Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is ManTheMaker, and welcome back to Star Traders Frontiers. We are Gurney Halleck flying ourselves, of course, in the illustrious Ecstasy Intrepid here. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that I think I'm going to put a rest to this series. Probably a little bit abrupt, maybe. Well, I mean, I'll just cut to the chase. I was a little bit bored. I mean, what did I really want from this? Right? I wanted to see if it was possible to get into, if impossible was possible, to have ship combat. And we did that. We crushed everyone right now. Now, there are, of course, rumors that the Yita would be able to decimate me. But honestly, I don't really feel like they don't come until at least another 5 years of in-game time, which is another 7 episodes, maybe, something like that. Up to another 5 years after that until they can potentially start showing up, and then even then it's not guaranteed. And I've played this game for like 250 or 300 hours. And I'm a little bit bored. The thought, especially now that we don't have any immediate challenge, right? We kind of defeat everyone that we fight handily, quite easily. I think it's time to put it to rest. I thought long and hard about it because I wanted to go after the Yita. I often don't usually play the game that far. Almost always I've stopped. I know they added in some new end game content, but usually I get to the point where I don't feel risk anymore, and then I stop. Maybe the way the scaling works is that the risk would end up coming back to me, but I don't really feel like waiting around for that. So I think we will put a rest. Good news, we have seen that even on impossible difficulty, you can, in fact, get into ship combat. And even, okay, only now do we have a crew combat team, but even they're quite potent. We did defeat some Xeno, I believe, maybe once or twice. And that's the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway. I always like to do a retrospective at the end of it, so we're going to kind of do it now. The big takeaway is that it is possible to succeed on impossible. You can go ahead and take a look at our ship one more time in case anybody's forgotten. We're basically maxed out in almost everything. Right, of course we can get our defense pattern matrices up a little bit higher, but there's no need for that. We got our tier 4 capital bridge, we've got the Void Warhammer engine, the Warhammer warp drive, armored cargo hold, the Retribution grav cannon, which I really like. That's another thing. First time that I've not just been a scaredy cat torpedo boat, hiding at maximum range and just launching torpedoes at people. Quite thirsty. I feel like, as well, having the double fighters makes a big difference, right? It gives us an additional 20% defense, I think, right off the bat, which I really, really feel makes a huge difference. Plus, we're not even losing anything because we just launch the fighters and we close the range, and it doesn't harm us at all. High level reinforced barracks 5, 3, of course, everything fine-tuned to just give us the benefit. I love deflector arrays. Always love them. Our jump costs are pretty extreme. It's true. Our fuel costs are pretty extreme, but that's fine. That's not something that we're worried about. And what else we got? The fuel tank was a necessity for these reasons stated above. Of course, you just need the mass dampeners. I think like almost always there is what I had done before on a different run was use targeting. Used targeting relays or something, targeting sensor things, which only have a mass of 50. And I was able to remove one of these, I think. Not on this ship. It was a different ship, different build. I think on my carrier. But nonetheless, I mean, we stacked it up with the defense pattern matrices, which is always the best. I mean, you just want to make it so that you just don't get hit. If we get hit, we've got the shields to take it as well. Potentially, we could have less defensive and slightly more aggressive, but I don't see the need for that. We have the guns to shoot. We don't get hit that much, that they don't get blown up very often, which is the only reason I have more, right? We can't actually shoot. We can max it out basically always. So no need for that. The crew that we've got, I think, is just fine. I mean, nothing really particular of note. Of course, when you're flying in a ship that's designed to just get into fights, having engineers and mechanics and quartermasters, military officers and commanders are all very, very, very useful. Massive amounts of E-techs, right? I mean, you want to have this. In combat, it only needs to be over 100%. But, people get injured, people die, people get low morale, and then suddenly they're not giving you their bonus. And I think it's nice to have a little bit extra there. I mean, of course, as we leveled up, we could start dropping them. Like, we could start losing navigators. We don't need this much navigation. The gunners, we just want the gunner talents. So it doesn't really matter there. My other ship pools are all pretty nice. Doctor is not as great as it could be as the game goes on because it doesn't scale. But overall, I mean, this ship, I think it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest ship. I don't think it's the biggest ship in the game, but pretty damn nice. And I mean, I think that's it. If you've watched it this far, then you'll know any kind of lessons that we learned along the way. Don't get hit. That's what I was just saying. Don't get hit. Just don't get hit. You're gonna be fine. Potentially when you fight the Yida, and again, we didn't even fight any. We didn't fight any. What is it? Carriers, which is a little bit disappointing, and I wouldn't mind pushing for that, but okay, I wouldn't mind. I do mind. that's the point here. And then I think, also I'll just say I'm probably going to take a bit of a break from the game. I say that, but I've put almost 300 hours into it. There are some other games actually coming out tomorrow. Probably will be me starting to play a little game called Star Sector, which is going to hopefully scratch a similar itch. They are not the same game, but they are both space RPG kind of situations. So if you like Star Sector, do come and check that out. And I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break. I've put a lot into this game. What's nice is the Tracer Brothers have some new games coming out, and new game coming out at some point in 2020. Cyber Knights is coming out, and since I love the way they go about games, so the way that they handle their game development and the support. I mean, this game has grown so much since I first started playing it. So of course I expect the same kind of dedication, as well as like the ideas, the writing. I think it's Cyber Knights is going to be just as awesome as this game is. Especially now, I mean, like some of their older games, the only criticism that I could have is that they feel dated. Like if I tried to go and play, I played a little bit of Templar Knights. Yeah, it feels a little bit dated. This game does not, and I expect Cyber Knights to not be that. So, okay, I'm starting to ramble, which means it's time to wrap this up. Hopefully I've actually recorded this. I have. And one thing I can say, if you guys really, really, really want me to carry on, what I could potentially do is continue playing this game off camera and then maybe bring it back once we get to Yida sightings, once we actually start to encounter that. I could try at least, potentially. If you guys give, voice your support loudly. I'll say that. I do listen, and if enough people really, really want it, then, I'll at least consider it again. Otherwise, I think we're just going to lay it to rest. So that is all for Gurney Halleck. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I had an absolute blast playing it. I'm really proud of myself that I have since just conquered another part of the game. There's one part of the game left that I have not really done, which is scavenging. Salvaging, I think it's salvaging. Scavenger is the class, the job, and salvaging is the actual activity. I haven't really done that because it's freaking intimidating. I don't know if I would do it on possible. To be honest, I think it spreads you out a little bit too much. You need to be ready for ship combat, this and that. Have these talents, that talents. I'm not sure. But maybe on some kind of permadeath. At least that was what was requested. So if you also want to see that, put it down below. I mean, like I said, I'm going to take a break from the game. I'm not done with it. Freaking love this game. It is my one of my cash cows. You could say I feel like I owe a little bit to the game because it has actually helped my channel out quite a bit. But, I have like 10 series of this game, and we've played it a lot. I love it. It's not gone forever. I'm not gone forever. Big Daddy Maker is going to be around for a long time. Yeah, good Lord. I should just go now. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you have and you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Right? Get your shit together. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments, like button, all that will tell me, oh, okay, this people do want this. They want this to continue, and I will at least consider it. Otherwise, hey man, come check out Star Sector. I got lots more other Let's Plays for this game as well. If you're hankering for more, it's out there. And yeah, I think that'll be all. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've said it like 4 times now. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the series. I will miss it a little bit, but I'm also excited. I'm looking forward to New Horizons. New Horizons. All right, I'll shut up now. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.